Leave the plus there.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event of the evening. Set for 8 rounds of boxing in the bantamweight division. Damas y caballeros, este es el combate estelar de esta noche. Y está pactado a 8 rounds en la división de peso gallo. Presentando ustedes por Oscar de la Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions, Tecate, the official beer of boxing, y Casa Mexico Tequila, it's in the taste. Here are 3 judges scoring this bout in ringside. Sus 3 jueces, Zachary Young, Eddie Hernandez, y Rudy Barragán. And when the action begins, the Hall of Famer referee, Jerry Cantu. Ahora bien, damas y caballeros que nos siguen a través de la señal de Estrella TV y los presentes desde la tradición boxística, el Teatro Belasco, desde Los Ángeles, California, Estados Unidos, live on Estrella TV, from the boxing tradition, the Belasco Theater in downtown LA, California, USA. Ajusten sus cinturones. Introducing to your first, the fighter standing in the blue corner, wearing black and white. He officially weighs in at 117.2 pounds. Presentando ustedes en la esquina Tecate Azul, vistiendo pantaloncillo negro con blanco, con un peso de 117.2 libras. And his professional campaign, he stands with a record of 13 victories against 9 losses, 3 draws, and 9 of those victories coming by the fast way of knockout. Presenta un récord profesional de 13 victorias, 9 derrotas, 3 empates y 9 de esas victorias por la vía del knockout. De la Perla de Occidente, Guadalajara, Jalisco, México. Diuhl, el elegante Olguin. And his opponent across the ring is standing in the red corner, wearing black and gold. He officially weighs in 117.2 pounds. Y su rival en la esquina Tecate Roja, vistiendo pantaloncillo negro con oro, con un peso idéntico de 117.2 libras. He stands with a record of 17 wins against 1 lone defeat, and 7 of those wins coming by the fast way of knockout. Presenta un récord casi perfecto de 17 victorias, 1 derrota y 7 de esas victorias por la vía del knockout. De Tierra Alta, Colombia, y ahora representando Los Ángeles, California, Estados Unidos, Oscar Negrete. Here is with the final instructions, con las indicaciones finales, el referee, Jerry Cantu.
Gentlemen, you were giving your instructions in the dressing room. I want a good, clean, hard fight. You will obey my commands at all times. Right here is legal. His belt line is a little bit high. Right here is illegal. Good luck to both of you.
Jerry Cantu, the 3rd man in the ring. Let's look at the tail of the tape, Randy Caballero.
Negrete, 1 year older, came in the same weight class.
Like they're looking in the mirror.
Oh, definitely height similar. Everything was a little similar right there.
And on the Facebook, you guys have Olguin winning. That means all of Guadalajara is on the Facebook right now. It's time for
a lot more Mexicans and Colombians on that Facebook Live.
Oscar Negrete, 17-1. We mentioned his only loss to Ray Vargas. Only 7 KOs. Not known for his punching power, but he's another one that will smother you, will work you.
Almost definitely. I got to actually spar him when he first came from Colombia. Okay. He came to our gym and got some work. And great work, great fighter. He's improved a lot since the first time I seen him, and he's getting a lot better.
Yeah, from Tierra Alta, Cordoba, Colombia. Fought for the Colombian national team. At one point as an amateur, he lost to Oscar Valdez, the 126-pound champ. Negrete, his dad was a boxer. He trained all 3 brothers, but Oscar's the only one that went pro. And you mentioned he came to the United States. He ended up at your gym to spar. he was bouncing around all over Southern California trying to find anything. Finally, he found his manager, Cesar Garcia, and with Golden Boy signed, and he was with Leo Santa Cruz, his dad. Leo and that gym keep growing and growing in Montebello, got more crowded. Less time for Negrete. He said they left on good terms. It was just he needed more attention. Hooked up with Manny Robles and Edgar Yasso.
Yeah, he's been doing really good since he's been with Manny Robles. I think he's doing good work there. And then Manny Robles has a lot of great sparring there, and I think it's helping him out a lot.
Yeah, guys don't like sparring Negrete because we're talking about those other Mexican fighters that are like crafty and dirty. Negrete tells you I'm gonna do that during sparring. He's like, you better keep your hands up all times. Good right hand landed by Negrete on the face of Diuhl Olguin from Guadalajara, Mexico.
I think both fighters are really testing each other out, seeing what they got, not throwing much, just keeping that distance, watching them. And they keep landing, they keep getting headbutts, they keep colliding heads. I think that's about the second one.
The second one. As Negrete said, he was better in the United States. Everything is better. The training, the food. Obviously misses his native country, but the land of opportunity has been good for Oscar Negrete.
No, that's good. It's tough. A lot of people come from different countries to pursue their dreams in the United States, and it's tough. It's not easy because you got a lot of fighters that are from the United States that have it a lot easier, and those people have to work 10 times harder than the people that live here in the United States because they have to prove themselves, what they have. And I think, that's what Negrete is here doing. At the age of 30, it gets a lot more tougher. But you know what? If he can, stay focused and hopefully get a world title, another world title shot, and hopefully win a title before his doors close in his career.
First round in the books. 8 rounds are scheduled in the main event. Keep the comments coming on Facebook. When you leave a comment, let us know where you're watching it from. What city or what country or dónde están mirando, si nos están mirando en Tierra Alta. Or in Guadalajara, donde es Diuhl Olguin. Trains out of the Familia Picudo Gym.
He actually came from a family of boxing. With the two other brothers, they boxed, but he's the only one that pursued. It's like me, I had 4 brothers. Well, it's 4 of us, and all of us pursued a boxing career, and 3 are still active. Well, 2 active. Me, I'm in the works of getting back.
You're still active on paper. You're not retired.
No, not yet, and I hope I don't have to. When my foot gets better and I get to come back and do what I love doing inside the ring.
The good thing about broadcasting is you don't need feet. They work. My Achilles hurts, my neck and my back hurts. I'm here talking for you. Diuhl Olguin.
You got a mouth. That's all you need.
13-9-3. From Guadalajara, his family actually owned a marketing firm. He worked for them. He didn't fight for a couple years, and all of a sudden he showed up at Golden Boy show for Belasco. Where you been? I don't need to fight these guys. I have a real job. I get paid. They want me to fight on a week's notice or 3 days notice. No, give me a camp. Some guys don't like giving me a camp, so I tell them no.
No, that's good. He stands his ground. That's a good thing. A lot of fighters just take last-minute calls because they need the money, and it's tough. That's the worst thing to do because your life is on the line. One punch can end your life, not only your career, but your life. And you don't want to risk those things. So I take my hat off to him to not taking fights like that and being smart about it.
Oscar Negrete. And this is the first time he's in the ring. He's on stage at Madison Square Garden. HBO fight. But he's back in his natural weight of 118. You can see the difference in him too.
No, most definitely. A lot of people, it's tough too. Having to drop 4 pounds, a lot of people think, it's just 4 pounds. But in a fighter's mentality, in a fighter's life, 4 pounds is a big difference. A couple ounces is very hard in the boxing world. So you know what, I take my hats off to him to knowing that, I'm not doing good at 122. I'm just going to come back down to 118 and see how my career goes from there.
What about when you move up the first time? That weight, do you feel the difference?
Oh, yes. You feel a lot of difference. Those 4 pounds not having to drop, your body feels a lot more fuller, a lot stronger, a lot healthier. I was at 118 since my amateurs, So I was there for many years. I won a lot of fights at 118. It was actually 119 in amateur. So when I turned pro, I would fought. My first 4 fights were at 118, and then I signed with Golden Boy, and they were having a hard time giving me fights at 118. They were finding guys that were heavier than me. They thought I was like 126. So I was fighting bigger guys, and I wasn't able to knock anyone out because I was a smaller guy. So we kind of talked to Golden Boy, told him, hey, you know what, I'm 118. They said, all right then. So we started getting 118 fighters, and I started putting people out. And you know what, it's your body. You know your body. Only you know your body, not nobody else. Not the promoter, not your trainer. You know your body the best.
And managers on Twitter and Facebook.
Right? Oh yeah, it's a lot easier when they're on social media.
They all know your body. They all know your style. You know how much easier boxing is on the couch?
Yeah, it's very easy. A lot of people criticize a lot of fighters. Say, oh, you should have did that. You should have did that. But at the end of the day, man, it's tough. You're inside the ring. It's different. You're having punches flying at you.
2 rounds in the books. Keep the comments coming on Facebook. Appreciate everybody watching. Here comes a message on my Twitter. Randy is good. You can tell he was on your radio show. He's different now. Good for you.
How am I different? In which way? What do you mean by different? Hopefully in a good way.
I guess the radio show brought out your personality.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, that radio show changed me.
He's doing a great job.
Thank you so much.
He's doing a great job. What about me? What about me? Like
you bring out the best in me. See, my dad brings out the best in me inside the ring. You're like my trainer here when I'm on the mic.
Nah, it's the guys behind the scenes. Will Wright, David Tatro, Scott Tatro, Luis. I don't know his last name, but he has like 4 of them. It's not Garcia. Luis just came back from Guadalajara. He doesn't even know his own name right now.
Oh man.
Good job. Negrete, second round going. Albert Cantu, the pride of the Rio Grande Valley. Janine Garcia, social media extraordinaire. It's a village to make Randy Caballero sound good. You're doing a good job, man. What, your second time you ever done a fight?
No, I've actually done a couple. I've done one at the Belasco. I've done a couple at Fantasy.
Oh, cheating on me. All right, that's cool.
No. I think you were busy that day.
I'm at every fight, man. That's cool. That's cool though, Randy. Oscar Negrete in the 3rd round. You see him. He has the black gloves. You mentioned something though. As he's getting older, Sierra Alta, vamos Jaguar. It's different too because you have to have that sense of urgency too, right? In your career, you can't turn down fights. Like if Roberto calls, you can't say no, I don't want to fight that guy, because then you moved on.
No, yeah, you definitely. And once you're getting older, and then you're still wanting to win a world title, you still want to showcase your talent. You can't turn down fights, because you turn them down, then they're like, okay, we gave you a fight, that's your fight, now you lost your chance. So Negrete is going to take anything that comes at him. He wants to showcase his talent. He wants to get another world title fight, and now it's at 118, so it might be different, and hopefully he can pull off a win. But I think all the other world champions at 118 are overseas.
Yeah,
I don't think So you know what? Hey, I did it. I fought my title limiter in Japan. Great time fighting out there. Everybody's very respectful, lovable out there. So I loved it. You know, I'm sure he will, being the fact that he's from Colombia.
How do they treat you over there?
It is very crazy that you see most of these weigh-ins, the face-offs are intense.
Yeah.
They're mad dogging everybody. It's very crazy. They can get in each other's face, talk smack. But in Japan, it's a lot different because the guy was smiling. He just kept nodding his head like, height. And I was like, man, I can't even have a stare down with you. Like, it's different. So I ended up smiling and smirking about it. So, you know, it's a lot different, but they're very friendly. I loved it out there. The atmosphere was great. You know, it was just a great place to fight. I loved it, and I would fight over there again. I told Golden Boy, if they have another fight for me out there in Japan, I'll jump on it.
All right, you hear that, guys? We're going to Japan.
We're all going to Japan.
RingTV.com on the road. Only if it's in Tokyo, man. I don't want to go to some of the other cities. We're going. Pack the bags. Oscar Negrete is looking good here. It's Diuhl Olguin in the southpaw stance. And Negrete pecking away and staying on him. Olguin does that a lot where he'll switch. How hard is that with a fighter?
It's tough. It's tough to get a fighter to keep switching, because then you have to change your game plan. You're used to a fighter fighting right-handed, and you're able to get your game plan set, and then he starts switching lefty. It's like, man, now I got to adjust to his style. So it's very tough it can throw you off, but I think Negrete is staying calm, relaxed, and landing very good punches.
Solid round for Oscar Negrete. El Jaguar de Tierra Alta. Jaguar is the local soccer team, his favorite. Still upset about Colombia losing in penalty kicks. 3 rounds in the books.
Thought you were gonna say you're mad because Mexico lost.
Hey man, you know me, I love whoever wins. I am from Belgium today.
Estás quedando muy quieto, no, no me dejes de mover la cintura, está llegando, me quedo, porque te quedas ahí, no te quedes, empieza a trabajar, más, a golpearlo más.
Edinburgh, Texas, home of the Roadrunners, that baseball team.
Sale, ese ya, y me levanto y me recarga, antes de que se acomode, vámonos, vámonos, muy bien.
Got him settled. Dimitri's coming in with a paragraph. Don't change that graphic, leave it up, we gotta read all
I'm
of
trying
this.
to read the whole thing.
Did you get like here, Randy? You didn't do good in school. Did you didn't like it? No, that's a good point though. That even the 2 rounds of sparring, if done right, you can take something out of it. And Oscar Negrete does a lot of sparring at Legends Gym in Norwalk. He serves as sparring partner for Oscar Valdez, at Jesse Magdaleno. Anybody in that gym, Manny Robles likes using him because he frustrates people. And in that gym, he's usually like the opponent at sparring.
It's tough too. You know what? A lot of fighters kill their body inside the gym of the sparring. There's a lot of sparring out in LA, and I see it a lot at Charles Huerta's gym. They have a lot of great fighters, but they're all in there to kill each other, and it's the wrong thing to do because inside the gym you gotta work. That's the way to learn and get better inside the gym. But if you have 2 fighters that are going head to head and they're trying to knock each other's head off, you're not gonna learn anything. It's like another fight, and punches after punches takes a toll on your body, and you're not going to be the same after a couple years in boxing because of your sparring.
But Randy, if you don't like kill your opponent in sparring, how are you going to post it on Instagram?
That's one thing I don't like, man. I don't know why fighters do that. You don't be posting stuff that you sparring and knocking people out. That fighters that are probably still in the amateurs or probably have a couple professional fights, and you're over here knocking people out. I think the sparring inside the gym should stay inside the gym. Shouldn't be on social media. You can post you hitting the bag, jumping rope, running, whatever you want. Keep the sparring out, man. Out of respect.
Yeah, you and I were talking about it, how a lot of the amateur fighters now are posting their sparring and them dropping opponents. And like, dude, you're not even a pro yet. Like you still got to be professional about it. 4th round of action. Oscar Negrete landing the 1-2 against Diuhl Olguin. And this is Olguin's fight, where his style, where he comes in, he's there, he can get hit. But if you give him a little bit of confidence, he can emerge. That's what Kevin Rivers failed to do in their last fight when Olguin won, because he was doing this, but Olguin was first. Tonight, it's been all Oscar Negrete first.
It has. Oscar Negrete is letting his hands go first. He's landing the punches first, and I think, Olguin is just a little short from his punches. I think Negrete's just beat him to every punch.
Will land solid. He's precise with his shots. He doesn't have that power behind him. He's not going to clip you with that one shot, just drop you. He's going to have to work on it.
No, definitely. You have to break it. With him, he has to break his fighters down. I think, he's not going to catch that one lucky punch. It's going to put his fighter out. Just him pushing the fighter back, breaking him down, getting him tired, and then once he knows he has him out, just non-stop, just let his hands go, and the referee is going to jump in to stop him.
Solid round between Oscar Negrete and Diuhl Olguin, the main event at the Belasco Theater, LA Fight Club.
Everybody has Negrete winning the 4th round.
More combinations Manny Robles asking for. His son Manny Robles Jr. had an impressive victory on ESPN, stopping Edgar Valerio.
That was a great fight. It was a back-to-back tough fight.
Negrete winning on the Facebook. We're heading to round 5. Mama Rosales and Jessica Rosales watching us right now. Jessica Rosales, of course, traveling with ESPN shows and the host of Golden Boy Live on Dash Radio Monday through Friday, 7 to 10 a.m., where Randy Caballero will be making more frequent appearances.
Most definitely. Just got to get a better car because my Tahoe wastes a lot of gas coming over here.
Hey, man, all you got to do is get that helicopter.
I'm trying to get that Tesla.
Oh, sell your belt. I'm telling you, start charging sanctioning fees for your belt, and you'll get the Tesla, man.
I'm going to have backyard fights and have those guys pay sanction fees for my belts.
They put it on YouTube, you become an influencer. All of a sudden, Oscar Negrete is influencing right now. The Tierra Alta, el Jaguar. You can see why at 118 he's a much better fighter. Not that he wasn't good at 122, but he's controlling the fight.
Yes, I think the 122 pounders are a little bit too heavy, a lot stronger at that weight class. They're able to control him, and he's very short. And I'm not that tall either, but he's short. For 122, he's short, so moving back to 118 is going to help a lot, and he's probably going to get a lot more wins in, and hopefully a world title fight.
And at that 18 division, you can move faster. The smaller you are, the faster you can get to a belt.
Oh yes, most definitely. You know, there's not much in the United States that, you know, a lot of fighters are ranked up there at 118. A lot of people from here are a lot higher weight class. You know, so he has a better chance of moving up in those rankings and getting a world title shot faster, because he is going to have to travel overseas to get it.
Speaking of pay-per-view photographers, our good friend Valentin Romero is watching on his family vacation in Minnesota. He's traveling the Midwest. Saludos, Valentin. He'd usually be at the Belasco right now taking pictures of Jaguar.
He's probably taking screenshots on his phone now.
Yeah, he took a screenshot. He just sent it to me. He's like, he's like, hey, I'm watching. I'm like, no, you're not. He sent me a screenshot. I'm like, seriously, I didn't watch it.
I can imagine. He sees a great shot. He's trying to screenshot those shots.
And you can see Olguin getting tired.
Yeah, he's backing up. Negrete's putting that pressure, taking him to the ropes.
That's so important too, right? To be first.
Almost definitely. You have to be first. You got to shoot your punches a lot faster than your opponent, because he's going to catch you. He's going to throw. And exactly what Negrete is doing. He's first, he's being faster, and he's landing the more better shots.
10 seconds to go in the round. Another solid round for the Colombian, Oscar Negrete. Looking good on the main event.
Oscar Negrete has that fan base out there, because every time he walks back to his ring, he looks at the same section every time, and they get him all hyped up.
Do you know where your family's at? Do you look in your fights?
Well, before I walk inside, when I'm inside the ring, I know, I see where they're at. So, but the thing is, when I'm inside the ring, I actually do not hear any of them. The only ones I hear is my corner, which is my dad and my brothers, and then Robert Garcia is the only person I kind of hear when I'm inside the ring.
Robert Garcia.
Robert Diaz, sorry.
Oh, okay. Like, wait a minute. Robert Garcia is training and your dad training?
No,
you gotta pay two trainers?
Yes.
Everybody's getting their cut, man.
My bad. Yeah, so those are the only ones I hear. I kind of learn to block everybody else out.
Okay.
And then when they say break, I kind of hear the whole crowd going crazy. And then when they tell us to fight again, my tunnel vision gets back in there, and I only hear a certain amount of people. It's crazy how it works.
6th round, and all Oscar Negrete. Looking fresh too.
Yeah, he still looks fresh, like in the first round.
Diuhl Olguin is a fighter that Golden Boy likes using to test their young up-and-comers to see if they can get past that test of a guy who will make it look ugly, will go back and forth. When you know that you're facing these kind of guys, Randy, Do you have like a different approach, or like mentally, you have to prepare a different way, or
No.
as you're coming up?
I think every opponent you step into is very dangerous. You don't want to take anybody lightly. Even though you know that it's a step-up fight for you, understand though some of those fighters are a lot more dangerous than fighters that are more technical, that have more experiences in the ring. I think, you know, Negrete is just doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing. He's not jumping in and making mistakes. He's staying calm, composed, and watching every punch while looking for the open punches, and he's just doing what he has to do. But I think, you know, you have to be careful, and you want to train every fight you step into. You want to make sure like it's a world title fight.
Keeps coming, does Negrete. El elegante is Diuhl Olguin. We actually had a couple fights back and forth with Horacio Garcia, Violento, where they used to be at the same gym, and he beat him, he upset him, and then like, well, I want a rematch, and then they went at it, and Olguin actually went up in weight to like 126 to fight that Garcia because it was personal. Like, I got no problem fighting you, bro.
I bet that's hard. Being someone that grew up in the gym, always seen him every single day, and have to step inside the ring with them, it's probably very tough.
No, they didn't like each other. It wasn't like...
Even at the gym, they didn't like each other?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Then that's a different story. Then they can do whatever they want to each other.
Yeah, it was like, he's like, nah, you want me at 126? I'll go up there. I'm going to beat him.
Yeah, actually had in amateurs, we had two fighters that fought each other in a big tournament. They were very close friends. They still were friends after the fight, but it was just they had to fight, and the coaches didn't want them to fight, but they wanted to, just to joke around, and they did. They fought, and they were still friends after. But I know, I'm sure it's tough, but at the end of the day, it's your career.
Well, I mean, you and Diego De Loya don't like each other.
Yeah,
but you guys weren't friends before.
No, never.
You guys just trained in the same desert.
Yeah, different. I never even ran into him. Probably did run into him a couple times at the 24-hour fitness.
Well, I'm gonna go there just for the air conditioning. I'm on there.
Jump in that pool.
I'll learn to swim quick. And you can see how tired Olguin is, just laying or resting on the rope.
He is tired. He only got 2 more rounds to go, so hopefully he can pull it off and finish the fight.
Of course you're gonna bring up Joel Diaz, who Randy has worked with, but it's in a professional manner. Everybody's a professional. Joel Diaz in Malaysia with Lucas Matisse with the guitar. That's Marcelino Lopez, who had an impressive knockout in Fantasy Springs. The fight with Manny Pacquiao is on. It's scheduled. From what I saw on Steve Kim's account, going to be on ESPN Plus next weekend. Steve Kim's very unofficial Twitter account. But see nothing Negrete as we get for the 7th round. Yeah, they're done touching gloves. All right, why do you guys touch gloves between rounds?
I think out of respect.
But, okay, it's the 7th round, man.
That I know. It's just a habit. But you get a lot of guys that are very dirty where they'll act like they're going to shake your hand and they just go for it, which, hey, it's legal. It's legal. They tell you don't shake hands, but out of respect, and I think we all do it. A lot of fighters do it, and just shake hands right before another round.
I mean, I get it. You like respect. You're like, all right, cool. But you're like, all right, let me touch gloves. Hey, nice. And then let me just try to beat the heck out of you.
It's a little funny thing to go through.
It's a gentleman's sport, I guess. 7th round of action has been all Oscar Negrete del Jaguar. Making his return to 118 pounds. And that knot above his right eyebrow is the result of a headbutt earlier in the fight. And keep the Facebook comments coming. Also, when you go back to your natural weight and division after fighting for a world title, not that they gave him easy fight, but they gave him a fight that he should win. And that's exactly what Negrete is doing. He's controlling this fight. You also want to see, if you're Golden Boy, how he reacts after your fight. Sometimes guys come back after a loss and they don't have the right mentality. I think
No, they
good.
do. I think Golden Boy watches all that stuff. They're going to see how he feels, how he reacts coming back, after a loss like that, after fighting for a world title. You know, I know Golden Boy watches every little, you know, move that you make, every face expression. They watch it all. And I think Negrete is proving that, you know, he's good to go at 118 and he's ready to win a world title there.
The quality of work that he gets at Legends Gym in Norwalk. Good high school baseball program. Little Sosa doing work over there at first base. Negrete, a big soccer fan. You see him bouncing around, the conditioning. And I don't know if you ever seen him spar, but Negrete, when he spars, like, gets so worked up where he will just be in there talking like over and over and over. If you ask Emilio Sanchez, if you ask Oscar Valdez, you ask anybody, they're like, no se calla.
It's the veteran in him.
He just keeps talking.
I notice a lot of veterans like to do that. They like to get in your head. It's a mental thing. They like to get inside your head and mess with you in sparring. One person that I got to enjoy the ring with was Rosendo Alvarez from Nicaragua. You know, former world champion. You know, great guy. He came down here. My dad was training with him and trained him for a couple fights. And you know what? I got to spar with him, and it was just a rugged fighter, hitting me with dirty punches in the sparring session, and you know, just talking smack. And it was great. You know, just to be in the ring with someone like him. You know, someone that's well known in the boxing history. I think it was just a great experience stepping inside the ring with him.
Gerardo Ortiz, quien se anima, is jamming at the Belasco. Who wants some? Who's going to step it up as Diuhl Olguin takes a wild. Go for him. That's the bald head of Big Serge Estrada. Cutman extraordinaire. Former military. And that right there at the corner is his trainer, Cesar Garcia, who is, I guess, become the Pied Piper of Colombian fighters. Negrete showed up, and then all of a sudden Negrete's like, I got another guy.
He just bought a whole bunch of them.
And then Negrete brought a kid named Brandon Valdez, and then they brought a couple other kids. He found there's actually I forget his name, he fights for Thompson Boxing. His nickname is Enrica. He's a Nicaraguan fighter.
Oh, wow, nice.
And so he is in the mix. All these guys, because Negrete has been like the Pied Piper, bringing everybody out of Colombia and Central America.
Very nice. Yeah, I've been seeing that there's been a lot of Colombian fighters fighting out here a lot more. You can take credit for that one.
Eighth and final round has been all Oscar Negrete. Looking good tonight in the main event at the Belasco Theater, downtown Los Angeles. The next one at the Belasco, August 10th. And then the next night, August 11th, Joseph Diaz Jr. at the Avalon in Hollywood. It'll be the debut of Golden Boy Boxing on Facebook Watch. Right now you're watching the Golden Boy Facebook page, but no. August 11th, brand new, exciting things. The Golden Boy Media and Entertainment crew, led by Will Wright, is going to get it all done for you guys. August 11th, get your ticket for that. Jojo Diaz can come back, and that's another one. A fighter who went for a world title, came up short, and now you got to get back on the horse.
Yes, it's sometimes, like you're saying, it could be tough for some fighters. A lot of fighters sometimes get knocked out. They just lost, and it was a great fight. You know, he put on a great fight. You know, after losing a world title, you get to see how his mindset comes, how he feels, and coming back. But I'm surprised they're actually giving him, you know, an interim title shot. You know, so after coming off the loss of a world title, he gets an interim title. So let's see how he feels. You know, I think it was.
And Will Wright will tell us in the ears that it's no longer interim?
It's no longer interim. It is actually for a world title.
The WBA regular title. I love it. Let me throw my notes away like what? But regardless, right now, Oscar Negrete, a minute to go in the fight. As Diuhl Olguin has been very game, but not enough tonight. You see the wear on his face, blood on his nose. As El Jaguar Negrete controlling the fight, has returned to 118 pounds. This is exactly, if you're Golden Boy, what you want to see. You see him get some rounds, shake some rust off, control the fight, was never in any kind of danger against a fighter who's been upsetting fighters lately.
Like you said, he controlled the fight from round 1 on all the way to 8th round. He won. I think he won every single round, very clear, and really looked good in there.
A good night of action at the Belasco Theater.
Always great fights at Belasco.
It's a cool show, man. Don't miss out. August 10th. As the fight winds down between Negrete and Diuhl Olguin. And they go the distance. Like gentlemen, they hug. Negrete with the smile on his face and deep breath. Do you guys know that, like, there's no microphones there?
I never understood why fighters run to the camera and start saying stuff and shouting out to their family when nobody can hear anything.
Yeah. Like, the microphone, there's not a microphone on the camera, right?
Yeah, they just tell their life story on the camera of how hard it was training and how he feels and thank you to everybody, and it's like nobody hears you other than your mouth moving.
But then when you get interviewed, it's like you guys all freeze up.
Yeah, you forget what to say.
Who won on the Facebook? You guys have Negrete with 77%. ¿Quién ganó? El colombiano, el mexicano. And this is a good time to get your final comments in and let everybody know, or let the Facebook Live comedy community let them know how much you guys enjoyed Randy Caballero today.
And Beto.
No, man, they don't know me. I don't use Facebook, so they don't know me.
Oh, true.
Look at some replays from this fight.
Both fighters going back to back. There was another headbutt that they went through. They went through a couple of those headbutts, and that's why you see Negrete had a little cut on his forehead, and then the blood from Olguin from the nose. So they kept clashing heads, and they were going back to back. They were in each other's face, letting punches go, landing great punches throughout this fight. Negrete controlling the fight, overhand rights, clear. Negrete is watching them. A lot of uppercuts this tonight on Ring TV. Everybody was throwing those uppercuts really nice and clean.
The judges are tallying it up. Another good time to go and check out the Golden Boy Twitter, Instagram. Obviously, you're on the Facebook right now. Go and check out the Golden Boy YouTube page. Right, Janine? The YouTube page. What else? And then just go to goldenboy.com and you'll check it all out. All the updated, this fight and earlier fights will be posted on the YouTube later on this evening. And you can go back and check out all of the Golden Boy fights that we have for you on Ring TV. Randy is the next Max Kellerman. That means you're going to be rich.
Wow, thank you, Juan. I think I know who he is, man.
Well, Juan Rodriguez?
I think my son plays Fortnite with this kid.
Hey, Juan Rodriguez, what's up with the mirror selfie? Another one.
Yeah, those are some good selfies. I can't even take selfies like that.
La Sierra Salcido, aquí estamos contigo, Jaguar. Saludos a todos los que están mirando en Colombia. Saludos a Shakira, a Sofía Vergara, and Juanes. And Pablo Flores. ¿Está listo el tijuanero? Pablo standing like he's ready for his zone. Figueroa, or matchmaker, we see the Chiva.
Trying to get my thing to grow like that.
You're not gonna let it grow, are you?
Not like that.
You got nothing else to do, right? Especially if they have surgery for you and you're in that cast.
I'm gonna go crazy.
Dude, when I had my ACL, I hated life for the 4 days I had to stay at home. Like hopping around like goodness.
And when I had surgery on my foot last time, I lived in an apartment, I was upstairs, so it was hard for me, man.
Damas y caballeros, después de 8 rounds de combate, nos vamos con las tarjetas de los jueces. After 8 rounds of boxing, we now go to the judges' scorecards. No sin antes un fuerte aplauso para Olguin y Negrete por este gran combate. El juez, Judge Zachary Young, scores it 78-74, 78-74. And judges Eddie Hernandez and Rudy Barragán have the same scores of 79-73. Coinciden tarjetas estos dos jueces de 79-73. For your winner by the way of unanimous decision, su ganador por la vía de la decisión unánime. Tierra Alta, Colombia y Los Ángeles, California. Oscar Negrete.
El colombiano Oscar Negrete gets the victory.